Won't you take me for a ride? I will love the feeling of the wind in my hair while speeding on the highway down by the sea. We go on and on and on.
Good morning, little boy. Can you show me your feet? Guys, since Jace had that little splinter in his foot, baby, you've got some bedhead going on. What? The hoover goes blue. He's obsessed with his feet and he keeps saying, you got nothing there. Look at the big toes. You feel massive. That one hurt. What do you want? Say shoe? Ah, we're gonna get your shoes on and go play? Are you ready to explore for the day? Don't touch the wheel, they're dirty. Wow, it's the wheel, but don't touch. Jace did not want to wake up this morning. Oh! Oh, come here, you okay? Little tumble. Good boy. There we go. Look at these big, massive army tank things.
We've just seen a few people like with army suits on going to that.
Did you? That's so cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
Whoa, look at these big trucks, Jace. Look at Jace's face. Wow. Wow, Jace is like, wow. What is it? Don't take him too far, Isla. Just leave him here. Wow, look, Jace. Say hi. So they're not just passing by this truck stop, they're not staying overnight, they're just filling up their tanks. That was so cool. There's so many of them, there's like a massive convoy all waiting to fill their tanks. Anyway, good morning guys. We had a pretty the kids slept well, let's say that.
I didn't hear anything. Did
Pardon?
you guys hear something?
Oh yeah, I thought, did you sleep well too, babe?
I slept well, good.
I slept well until about 5 when all the other van lifers that are staying here started to get up and shout in Spanish. And also trucks, like not just van lifers, truckers, like truck stops, vanners, obviously use this as well when they're driving with their big trucks, and them trucks are so loud. When one drives past or starts up at the side of the van, it's like the biggest, I feel like the whole caravan's shaking. It's quite loud. So when things started to get busy at about 5 AM, I woke up, and then Jace woke up for the first time this whole trip at like 8, and he's not been getting up until like 9:30. So when he woke up at 8, he did this for the first time, and it was the cutest thing. He jumped out of his bed because we've removed his the safety barrier. What's that? The bed guard, the bed rail. We've removed the bed rail because it was just it wasn't really any use. He was just looking out of it on a morning, so we removed it, and I'm so much more glad we did, because when he wakes up on a morning, it's so cute. He just pops his legs over his bed, jumps out, and then you're all laid there fast asleep, and all you can hear is this teeny tiny little pitter patter of his feet walking up to our bed. And then Chris popped him on our bed this morning at 8, and he just snuggled down and went straight back to sleep, and then didn't wake up until like 10:30. So it's like 11 now. We just got up, gave him some breakfast, and got him dressed for the day, and now we're packing up the caravan. Isla Ingham, I love you so much. Now we're packing up the caravan, and we're gonna start making our way to, I think we're heading towards Marbella. So we're just about ready to leave. I can't cope with Jace's cuteness. He's obsessed with the eater.
Jace, what are we obsessed with right now? What should we go see? You wanna go see the truck? Come on, let's go see. Wow, that's so cool, right? What is it? You want it to go? You love it? Jace has been walking around, obsessing over that tanker, obsessing over the tanker, obsessing over the trucks. He's loving them. Say bye-bye to him, we're going now. Say bye-bye, trucks. Oh, you don't want to go? Want to go back? He's being a naughty boy now. Terrible twos are kicking back in.
Oh my goodness,
Oh
I was
dear.
just about to say before Chris took the camera, that Jace has been completely obsessed with the trucks whilst we've been packing up. He's been sat around on this big grass area. You have to keep a close eye on him because obviously we are in a place where there's cars everywhere, so you have to keep a close eye on him. But he's been completely obsessed with this big, is it full of fuel that? I think they're fuel trucks.
Yeah, tanker.
A tanker basically, and also all of the army tankers and big trucks and things like that have been coming and going since the whole time we've been awake. So for the last hour there's hundreds of them. A load turn up and then get petrol or diesel, whatever they take, and then they go. But loads have also parked up over this side here, and they're all parked and they're going to just there. That's like a restaurant cafe. What are you doing? It's like a restaurant, hold my hand then. Goodbye. It's like a restaurant cafe type area, but as they're going to that, they all keep stopping and talking to Jace because he's like, wow, wow, it's just the cutest thing ever. Right, we do have to go now though, little man. Say bye. Oh, what? Good boy. Just wanted to come back and say bye-bye. Wow. What is it? What's that? What is it? You just want to kneel down and see? Papa. Good boy. Anyway guys, it's time to get on the road.
Next stop, hopefully.
Yeah. Usually to Marbella it's about 3 hours, but obviously we're towing a caravan so we can't go very, very fast on the motorway. So it's about, probably take us 4 or 5 hours to get there. Here are some nice juicy road shots to keep you occupied. You could see it for miles, absolutely miles away. We could see it right in the distance, and there's like a huge castle in the middle and then a town built around the castle. And I was saying how nice it is that back in the olden days, in past times, there'd be like a massive castle and then the town built around the castle, whereas nowadays obviously the castles and the palaces and things like that are all in like the city centre with no houses around. I was saying how much prettier it looks when you can see like all the town around the castle. It always looks so nice. Anyway, we've been travelling for a couple of hours now, and I thought I'd just check in with you all. We are going to be stopping in the next 30 minutes or so, just so that Jace can get out and stretch his legs basically, because it's a long time for him as a toddler with loads of energy to be sat strapped in the car. Although he's been a good boy. He has been such a good boy. He's sat for a couple of hours, two and a half hours, something like that. So the next service stations, which are actually few and far between, aren't they, on this trip that we're doing?
Now we've been going for ages, haven't we?
Yeah, we've been going for ages and ages, and we've not seen one. So fingers crossed we find one soon, because I do actually need to go for a little piddle. You always cringe when I say that. Why is that so cringe? I don't think that's cringe. Anyway, I swear I just saw, I don't know what it was, but it was like maybe a mouse or something. Something cute and small and fluffy just ran into here. I'd love to see what it was, but I don't think it's going to come out anytime soon. Little man! Jace is on the hunt for spiders. Where can you see? Can't you see any spiders? Hey? I can't see that. I'm still looking at this here. I'm waiting to see if where you going, mister? Little mouse, whatever it was. I will say something, guys, that the service stations here are so nice. Although, if you've got a toddler, get back here. No. You don't take your eyes off them for even 1 single second, because before you know it, they're running away. What are you doing, little naughty boy? Oh my goodness. Oh, it's gonna go again. Jason! Get here! good, is it? Isabel, what did you just do?
I put this aloe vera on my face because
Found an aloe vera plant, put it on a mush.
and now my face and my mouth just tastes like it. It's ruining my lolly and it really just tastes.
Yeah? I just saw another mouse going into
Jace,
that big
ready?
box.
Cheddar, cheddar. Look at all these teeth, guys. See if you can see them. Cheddar, cheddar. Bah. Ah, look at the big fangs coming through. Boo. Cheddar. He's like, no, I'm done. So whilst we have a cup of tea, oh yes, I've been so looking forward to this. Isla and Esme are currently using a Google image recognition thingy-mabobby-doo on my phone to find out what all of these plants and trees and, you know, there's lots of things growing on like this. So they're using the app thing on my phone, taking in turns to find out what all of the greenery is around here.
Trying to find out these weird looking tomatoey kind of things there.
They're definitely not tomatoey.
They look
They're not a tomato. Isla's just done this one, so she knows already, don't you, Isla? Guys, there's a lizard on the table. Esme's desperately trying to catch it. Isabel's desperately trying to get away from it.
I forgot where it is, I can sit back down.
Every time you make eye contact with it, it runs.
Yeah, it does.
Tiny.
It's tiny. We keep no. Isabel, it's like that big.
It's tiny.
Everyone else is up looking, interested in Isabel. She's just like, I want to sit back down. Where is it?
Its legs are like that big.
They're really-
I mean, that small.
It's got a teeny tiny face.
Are they a baby then?
It's very fast though. Very, very fast. Consumed. Jason and the girls have stretched their legs, so I think we're going to hop in the car and make the final part of the journey. How much further do you reckon we've got? About 2 hours? Yeah. About 2 hours, maybe just a little bit more, I'm not too sure. I've got about 2 hours though to go. Let's get on the road, guys. This view, oh my goodness, even the moon's out. Oh, I can't get over how pretty this place is.
Spain is ridiculous.
It's so pretty, I can't get over how dirty the window is. But we've been driving for a while, guys, so there's some bugs on the window that unfortunately didn't get a happy ending to the day today. But I just cannot like look at this. All around, it's just beauty.
Swing my around, the sunset's going down.
Mountains. Look at that. Also, I don't know if you guys can see, but look at the size of this bridge. I don't think we're going over that. There is another one right over there in the distance. Okay, the bridge is there, and it looks like the road we're on is heading round that way. close enough to the telly there, darling? Whoa. That Peppa Pig good tonight? The girls are just doing a little bit of schoolwork over this side to wind down for the evening. We've been travelling a lot the last couple of days, even though they have still been doing bits of work in the car. We thought we'd do a little bit extra this evening.
What's up guys? So we just got done with dinner and it was very, very gorgeous. Sarah whacked together this absolutely wonderful mushrooms and garlic and pasta, tomatoey thing. Oh my goodness. Full belly doesn't even cover it. But that's our little spot for the night tonight. So I wanted to run down with you guys some of the ways that you can wild camp when you're around Spain or when you're around Europe or anything like that. So what is it like to stay in a service station overnight, stay in a truck slash motorhome slash caravan stop overnight. So most of the services over here have like, you come into them and you have like a separate bay for cars, separate bay for bigger vehicles, so lorries, motorhomes, caravans. And the ones that are open 24 hours, you know, obviously you can catch some rest here and you can sleep overnight here, and they're really, really convenient, especially if you are like us today and we've just been driving for too long and we just literally cannot be bothered to drive anymore. So basically, long story short, when you're on the road, especially with a caravan, it's a little bit harder to wild camp than it is if you're in an RV. So when you're in an RV, you can just stop wherever you want and that's your home base for the night. When you're in a really big caravan like we're in, you have to plan yourself a little bit better than that, because obviously you can't end up on some dodgy roads where they're too tight for the caravan to go down. You can't end up on any roads where they're too tight for you to turn around, and if you get stuck, you've got to really plan your route very, very carefully. So when we're over here, I tend to stick to the motorways, and I don't even need this on out here, I don't know what I'm doing, but basically I tend to stick to the motorways just because I know they're going to be fine for the caravan. I use an app called the Michelin Tire Road Map, which you can select that you're towing a caravan, and it tells you the best way. It's the Michelin star rated routes to go with a caravan where you can stop for the night, and also an app called Park for Night, which then tells you the places you can also stop for the night, and it's all good to stay there. So tonight we were heading for a stop which is on the beach in Marbella. We're about, I don't know, probably 10 miles outside of Marbella right now, but the beach stop, I really wanted to get here before it got dark, because I know it's a little bit hard to find. The sat-nav doesn't quite pick it up, so you have to locate it on a map and kind of work your way there via the road map rather than going direct there via your sat-nav. So I didn't want to get here in the dark and have to try and find that. So when we got here and we knew it was going to be dark, we were just like, right, we're just going to do like a service station stop over tonight because it's easiest. Obviously when you're traveling on the road and you don't know where you're going to be most of the time, which is what we are, we don't know where we're going to stop at, but we really wanted to make this wild camping spot before we checked into the campsite tomorrow because it's just beautiful. Literally, it's stunning. It's right on the beach. You're right on the sea, and you can just open your window in the morning and see the ocean, and it's so, so nice. So we really wanted to stay there tonight. P.S. guys, it's absolutely Baltic right now. I mean, I say it's probably like 17, 18 degrees, but it feels Baltic to me. So where am I going with this? I'm going with this. So basically you can stay in these service stations. They're super nice, super clean. They've got facilities like, you know, you can get food, you can get water. They all have restaurants you can go eat at, and they're all really quiet as well because like there's like obviously there's separate areas and whatnot. Some of them don't have separate areas, so like all the big vehicles are all together. But like even when they are, like the one we stayed at last night, it's still super quiet and we still get a great sleep for the most part. It's really good, and you know, obviously today we were just driving. The day was getting on and on and on, and we were just, you know, we're just like, we need to stop. We're done. We want to stop and get some dinner. So we saw this Repsol garage coming up, and we were just like, yes, that's the one. That's the one. We're stopping for the night because the Repsol garages are the ones that have got this really, really great layout, especially that I really like. The one that we were in last night was a Repsol garage. They all have the same layout where there's a restaurant down by where the car and caravan is, and they have these nice long like motorhome slash caravan bays. You can just pull all the way into, get the full length of the caravan and car in, and they're great, super quiet, really lovely. Vending machines outside to get a drink from, etc. Proper good. So we were just driving along the road and we saw it and we were like, okay, we're gonna stop now because I don't want to risk going and trying to find this wild camp spot tonight because it's dark. Let's just stop and get some dinner. So we're all very, very happy that we did that right now, and dinner was so good. But I wanted to tell you guys like a little bit like tips and tricks or whatever of stopping on the road when you don't necessarily have a destination. You're just driving through somewhere and you need to stop because you've smashed it for a number of hours and you're too tired, and you need to stop for the night. What you can do, where you can do it. So this is a really, really great place to do it because, you know, there's loads of other people sleeping here alongside you. There's usually other motorhomers. No doubt one will turn up before we go to bed tonight. We had a few of them around us last night, and it's really, really nice, really quiet, super safe, lovely. And obviously it's manned 24 hours by security at the service station, 24 hours by a guy who's serving in the garage and serving in the shop here. So, you know, there's always someone here on the watch out kind of thing, and it's all good basically. So what I'm doing right now is, another good reason to come to these spots is that if we went to the beach spot tonight, we wouldn't have had access to any fresh water, so we would have just been using our onboard water, which we didn't have too much left this morning when we left. So I'm being able to top up our water right now. So now that we're here, I brought our water barrel down to the water pump, free agua, and you just top up your water barrel, all done and dusted, and then take it back to the caravan, and then we've got a nice fresh supply of water, not drinking water, just water to shower in, water to wash the pots in, etc, etc overnight. Anyway, long ado, I'm gonna go take this back, hook it up, and get on with the washing up, because that's my duty. Sarah cooks, I wash up, so let's go. P.S. Don't get yourself for your Sinners clothing on right now, and then at Sinners Clothing on Instagram, because they're good, you know. Okay, so water's all hooked up, all good to go. You don't need to set the caravan up like you would do on a pitch in a campsite. Literally leave it on the tow bar overnight so that it's good to go in the morning. You don't have to mess about with anything. Just put the front wheel down and put the back corner steadies down just to balance it. Make sure that it doesn't have any wobbles when you're walking about in the night or whatever. And you're good to go. The gas has got to be on because the gas powers the fridge, etc. when you're not plugged into the mains. And obviously the gas hobs and stuff like that, and the central heating if you want to turn the heating on. This caravan is set up, it's tricked up actually, to be able to wild camp for lots of days at a time. So we've got solar panels on the roof, which charge the main batteries. And we've got like an extra inverter so that it powers the plugs, etc, when we're not plugged into the mains still. So it's really, really great for wild camping. Everything still works, we can still just function as normal, and we don't need to plug into any mains. So anyway, back to that washing up. I've been trying to avoid this for the last 45. That was pumps out slow. So it's time to face the music. Oh yes! Blue sky, blue ocean. Ah, what a spot to wake up in. Good morning guys, yes it's the next day, but I didn't want to end the vlog last night. I wanted to wait till this morning to end it. I have just woken up. Excuse the state that I am in right now. I've just been up to the garage to pick up another bottle of water. But I wanted to wake up and show you guys this place so you can get a better idea of where we are, where we're at. We're not too far from downtown Marbella. We're not actually very far from the wild camping spot I wanted to be at last night. It was just way too hard to try and find in the dark. The ocean's just over there, looking very, very blue. And we're surrounded by really nice hills and stuff. It's super quiet. We had the best sleep ever here last night. It was silent, literally not even, there wasn't even another single one person that stopped here last night until this morning at 9 o'clock. Another camper van pulled up next to us for about an hour. It's just after 10 now, and yeah, it's a lovely day, right? Look at that blue sky. Who's complaining about that? Not a single one person right now. But yeah, it was really nice staying here last night, and I wanted to wake up and show you guys it before we left. So we are leaving today. We're going into Marbella. We can't decide between checking into a campsite that we found, which looks amazing. We want to stay here for a couple of days, or go to this wild camping spot, check it out, see what it's like first, possibly stay there instead of the campsite. I'm not really sure, but we're going to figure that out, and then we'll update you guys tomorrow night at 5 o'clock. Obviously we're following all of the news that's going on at the minute with regard to France, with regard to what's going on everywhere at the minute, and that has significantly changed our plans, and it's significantly changed what we are going to be doing on this trip. We may possibly have to call it a day a little bit early, but we're going to talk about this over the next coming days and see what happens, see what unfolds, make a plan, and we'll keep you guys updated. But thank you so much for watching. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed. Hopefully you did, and we'll see you back here tomorrow for some Marbella fun, right? Good night guys.